In recent years, we have seen a lot of foreign players being drafted earlier and earlier in the NBA draft, such as Luka Doncic, Lauri Markkanen, Frank Ntilikina, and Dragan Bender. Some have flopped, some have performed as expected, while others have risen to the level of stardom. Killian Hayes has the opportunity to add his name to this list within the upcoming months, as the 6'5" left-handed point guard out of France makes his way to the NBA. But who is Killian Hayes? In the Who Is series, I go through the backstories of up-and-coming collegiate and pro athletes. We release videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Consider subscribing and leaving a like on the video. Killian Hayes was born on July 27, 2001 in Lakeland, Florida. To begin, his father, Deron Hayes, is an American basketball player who attended Penn State and currently ranks 9th all-time in scoring for the Nittany Lions. Due to the lack of guidance and preparation, however, he wasn't able to make the jump to the NBA, not even knowing how to get himself an agent. This led him to play overseas in Europe for a large majority of his career. This included France, Portugal, Sweden, Ukraine, and Russia. Every summer, he would come back to the United States in hopes of making an NBA Summer League team and getting a shot at the pros. Unfortunately, he was never able to make his way into the NBA, the American Basketball Association being the highest level he played in the US. 1 year after Killian was born, the family moved back to Cholet, France, where Deron would finish out his career. This created an interesting dynamic for Killian, feeling like he belonged in both countries, and growing up being influenced by basketball from both cultures. During the summer, he would often come back to Florida, where he would play pickup basketball and learn a lot of the English slang terms and mannerisms that are ingrained in the sport, while during the academic year, he would play organized basketball in France. He was also influenced by the way basketball is played in America by watching YouTube videos, specifically of Miami Heat's Dwayne Wade, as well as N1 mixtapes, which consisted of some of basketball's more flashy and finesse basketball players. He would then often try to replicate what he saw and work on it with his father in the front yard. Killian initially talked about wanting to play high school and college basketball in America. After observing the attention high school players got when they played for schools such as Mount Verde, IMG Academy, or other powerhouse high schools, he wanted to gain national attention that way. Hayes also stated how it was his dream to be an All-American and to attend a blue blood school such as Kentucky or Kansas. However, Deron, having gone through America's youth basketball system, thought it'd be best for Killian to stay in France and play professionally there. It would allow for his game to be more mature at a younger age while playing with and against much more seasoned basketball players. Eventually, Killian put his faith into his father's hands and decided to forego the American basketball experience and develop his game in Europe. Many other top prospects are making similar decisions as Hayes. Rather than playing in the NCAA, they go pro and play professional basketball in Europe. This includes LaMelo Ball and RJ Hampton. Before he made his decision to go pro, there was early interest shown from Penn State, his father's former school, and Gonzaga, who had recently had large success with recruiting foreign players. In 2016, Hayes was offered to join a prestigious institute in Paris called the National Institute of Sports Expertise and Performance, or INSEP. Once again, however, with his parents' guidance, he opted not to take this opportunity in favor of developing himself by playing professional basketball. After making the decision, he began playing in France's Liga Nationale de Basket, or LNB, which translates to National Basketball League, for Espoir Cholet, appearing in 7 games during the 2016-2017 season. Hayes was only 15 years old at the time, but was playing in an under-21 league, making him 5 to 6 years younger than most of his competition. In these 7 games, he averaged 4.7 points per game, 2.3 assists per game, with 15.4 minutes per game. In April of 2017, Hayes was invited to play in the Jordan Brand Classic International game, where he notched 13 points, 7 assists, and 5 steals, earning him a share of MVP honors with Addison Patterson, currently a small forward for the University of Oregon. In August of 2017, Hayes played for the French national team in the 2017 FIBA Under-16 European Championship, playing in Porto Greece, Montenegro. Throughout the tournament, he averaged 16.6 points per game, 7 rebounds per game, and 5.1 assists per game, earning him a spot on the All-Star 5, which was the all-tournament team. In the championship game, he was named MVP after scoring 21 points with 8 rebounds and 2 assists, defeating Montenegro and earning France the gold medal. On October 21, 2017, Hayes made his debut with Cholet's senior team for the LNBA Pro A. Although he only received 2 minutes of gameplay, he was by far the youngest player out on the court at only 16 years old. In February of 2018, Hayes participated in the Basketball Without Borders camp during the NBA All-Star break in Los Angeles. His best game of the season came on May 15th in Pro A's season finale, where he scored 12 points with 6 assists. Following the conclusion of the regular season, he was named League MVP, averaging 16.6 points per game, 3.9 rebounds per game, and 7.2 assists per game. Hayes led the team to its first league championship since 2010. Hayes also helped Cholet win the Trophée des Futurs, where the top 8 Pro A teams are invited to play for it. This was the first time Cholet won the trophy since 2001, and Hayes was named MVP of the entire event. In the summer of 2018, Hayes returned to play for the French national team. The 2018 FIBA Under-17 Basketball World Cup took place in Argentina that year. Unfortunately for the French team, they fell to Team USA in the championship game, earning them the silver medal, with Hayes leading the team with only 10 points. For the second year in a row, Hayes was named to the All-Star 5 by averaging 16.1 points per game, 3.6 rebounds per game, 3.3 assists per game, and 2.7 steals per game throughout the tournament. After hearing from and considering various different European clubs, Hayes decided to stick with Cholet, signing a 3-year contract. Hayes missed 3 weeks at the beginning of the year with back and toe injuries, coming back with a 12-point game on September 22nd. Cholet had major struggles without Hayes on the floor, sitting last place in its league. This led Hayes to believe that he had made a huge mistake when choosing to stay in Cholet, as opposed to joining a different club or departing for college basketball. In February, Hayes once again participated in the Basketball Without Borders camp during the NBA All-Star break, this year taking place in Charlotte, North Carolina. After a midseason coaching change, the team got back on track and once again ended up winning both the French National Championship as well as the Trophée des Futurs. However, Hayes' overall production declined this year, only averaging 7.1 points per game and 3.1 assists per game. The summer of 2019, Hayes elected to not play for the French national team in the 2019 FIBA Under-20 European Championship in Tel Aviv, Israel. In retaliation of Hayes' decision, in July, the French Federation of Basketball handed him a 6-game suspension for the LNB Pro A season. This led to Hayes leaving Cholet and signing a new 3-year contract with Ratiofarm, a team from the German top basketball league, the Basketball Bundesliga, or GBBL, as well as the Euro Cup. During the games played in the GBBL, Hayes averaged 11.6 points per game, 3.1 rebounds per game, and 5.25 assists per game. While the team played in the Euro Cup, Hayes performed even better, averaging 12.8 points per game, 2.3 rebounds per game, and 6.2 assists per game. The highlight of his time with Ratiofarm came early on November 20th, where he recorded a double-double with 12 points and 11 assists. Hayes being the second youngest player to record a double-double in the Euro Cup, only behind Ricky Rubio. Unfortunately, the rest of the season was canceled on March 8th due to the global pandemic. Hayes and his family then decided to return to Lakeland to face the global health crisis back home. On March 29th, Hayes officially declared for the NBA draft. Hayes definitely did not take the normal route that most American athletes take to get to the NBA. His father saw firsthand how sometimes talent and hard work won't always get you to where you need to be, but rather experience and knowledge can propel you forward. Therefore, Hayes had to do more than just embrace the grind through the physical aspect of the sport, but also had to tackle it from a much more mature side. If you like this video, check out my other videos in the Who Is series. Subscribe to the channel and remember to embrace the grind.